there is one unspoken truth that affects experienced creators that I don't think we talk about it enough. And many suffer from this. We suffer from this from time to time. And it's got to do to when you start your business because of an idea, you're excited about it, you have no idea about how hard it's going to be to actually make it work. You have no idea what you're doing as well, so you start creating video like we did. You said, let's push the couch on the kitchen and see if there is
On the kitchen, in the kitchen.
well, it was all over the place anyway, and see if there is any demand, if we can learn some skills like how to make videos, how to do whatever. A few years in our experience, it started working. We started gaining a big audience, we started selling our products, and we sort of ride, what's the verb, we gained momentum because we were selling digital products. We had a membership and everything was going up and up and up. From 2018 up to 2022, it was golden age. Post-COVID, everybody that had an online business was thriving, and it validated the online world in a way. And in 2024, many others have started creating businesses from scratch. So this is why the how to make money online niche grew so much, especially for beginners. And all of the suggestions out there, all of the tips, all of the information is for beginners, because now they all want to go and make this magic online money, right? Because so many people have done it. But there is a subculture of creators like us that we were ahead of times. We put our effort into it. We grew multiple six-figure businesses, seven-figure businesses. Then now we need to pivot and change because the market is not the same. We don't feel the same. We feel like we've done a lot of work and we want to change what we do because we've lost creativity. We've lost the spark at the beginning. We know too much. We know too much marketing, too many strategies, and we feel stuck sometimes because I feel like if I want to reinvent myself, what is the best product? What is the best funnel that I can come up? And we get stuck in this strategy trap or algorithm trap or whatever you want to call it. And I feel like the reason why we all struggle sometimes with low months, with low momentum, it's because we've lost ourselves, we've lost the spark of creativity in exchange for the conversion. We are so focused on converting people that we've lost our soul in there.
I love this kind of conversation. I wasn't expecting this. So this is literally out of the blue. But it also made me think about something very important. Most of the time, we think that as creators, as people, we have to box ourselves into one specific way of creating, one specific way of also doing business. But there is something that I've been thinking about lately, and I have been changing the way I create, the way I put out content. At the moment, it's never the same. At the moment, I go with the flow and what feels right to me. But also meaning, when we consider ourselves as online creators and online business owners, what I meant with boxing ourselves is we cannot talk about our life. We cannot talk about who we are. We almost think about having to delete a part of us that is actually the most important part. Being unapologetically ourselves. What does it mean? If you think about yourself, you're obviously not only your job. Like if you're in a job or you're in a business, you're not only that person. But you like specific things. You like maybe going for walks. Maybe you like us coming to the park with the cicadas. They're going absolutely berserk. You love dancing as much as I love dancing. I've got a business that I have created, but dancing is such a strong part of me, and everything that is related to looking after myself, looking after my body, looking after my mind is who I am. And therefore it has to, in a way, be part of your business, be part of who you are, be part of what you create. Because the people that are coming into your business, they don't just buy into the thing that you create, they buy you in every single part of your essence. So think about what you like to wear, what you like to do in the morning, and the way you live your life. The way, I'm not saying that you have to actually shoot a video of yourself every morning making coffee, but sharing who you are and why you're a specific person will help your audience to get to know you and also get connected to what you do more and more. For example, lately I have rediscovered the way of dressing up, or thinking about vintage clothing, about the moisturizers that I use, or the treatments that I do if I go to my massage therapist. Anything that is related to my well-being and anything that is related to what I do and who I am, that is also helping the creation of the businesses that are around us. So Jacopo likes his toys and his cars. So he's got this very, very much a driven passion towards Porsches, for example. And he geeks out on films. But everything that we are, everything that we do also helps us shape the way we create content, the way we create our business, and even the stories that we come out with in order for us to convey a concept and to deliver a message to people that are like us. They go millennials, talking about certain films or certain movies are still part of that creation of connection with the people that are out there. They are attracted to your business because they understand you, they understand who you are, they understand why you do certain things, and they will understand what you're trying to do with your mission in your business in the way you do it.
I feel if I had to think about the difference from the Lazy Dancer Tips business, where we were basically selling workouts. It's basically a product. You were, of course, the beautiful teacher that created an environment for adults to dance ballet in the comfort of their home. So they loved you for sure. But the main goal for them was to learn the discipline. So they would just pay to get access to products. And I don't think you ever shared much of your personal life in that brand because you didn't feel good about it. And also because you felt like it was more about your audience than about you.
Correct.
And the difference that we find when we level up in a way, when we get more mature and we want to we want to help people at the higher level, which means we want to get a bit deeper than just, hey, follow the steps and this workout kind of teaching. When we want to help people in coaching and getting deeper into what they're trying to do and guide them based on our experience and knowledge, that personal brand needs to have a component of showing people what is possible, and you should become the end result. Because I firmly believe that you should hire people that have the life that you want and the results that you want. So the personal brand that we had, the challenge for us was to try to go from, hey, here I can help you, here's the tip, here's the workout, into we're not talking to people like that anymore. They have done the work, they have done the path that we've done, but they feel stuck and they want a different life. They want a different pivot to become somebody different that achieve different things. And I feel like it's a bit of a cliff to climb, going from just selling products to selling access to you, which is the real sort of level up in terms of revenue if you want, because you can charge high ticket for that. It's going to become a different process to deliver because you might want to do more one-on-one or one-to-many. But the struggling mindset was for us to go from, okay, how do I share my life without being too
Personal
personal
or too vulnerable in
too
that sense.
vulnerable? But at the end of the day, I think that's what you were talking about before. Like we are not used, especially if you're like a millennial like us, or if you're an introvert like me, you're not used to share what you like or what you think every day. But that's what makes us human. And I feel like in this era where everybody's trying to get attention, I feel trying to get attention is the trap that we can now fall into, rather than just go to the park and record a video with very important thoughts that after we finish recording this video, we can be happy about having shared them without having to think about, oh, I wish that video will make us more clients or will generate more subscribers. We're not thinking about that anymore, because I feel like the exercise of growing a personal brand that makes sense, that represents us, is just share how we think and how we live our life, because I want our future clients to see us as the end result. And I want to give permission to people, maybe to you that are watching this video, to be a bit more yourself, which to me was the most complicated thing in the world. Like, how can I be more myself, more like myself, if I've been trying so far to be maybe as successful as somebody else, or maybe as funny as somebody else, as intelligent as somebody else. But as soon as I stopped playing that game and really embracing what I felt right in my bones and just sharing without so much structure, without so many scripting, or without overthinking, that's when the real soul of what I wanted to share came out. And that's when, without a CTA, without an agenda, the high-ticket clients that I wanted to attract came to us naturally, almost without a funnel.
There is something that I've been doing lately in the lazy dance tips realm. As I said, Jacopo said this very well. Like, it's about like how do we also be ourselves, like, without thinking about, oh, I need to connect, or I need to engage, or I need to think about the clients. I have been very selfish in a way in the business, where I said I want to do something specific. I like to create something like this. I want to write a letter. I want to write in a specific way, or I want to create content and snippets that are suited for me first, and then helpful for others. And the funny thing is, since I have turned 40, things have changed. Things have shifted. And I have been creating more and more things that I like. And by doing so, I am actually taking people that have been with me for a long time into this change and pivot of what the Lazy Dancer Tips world has been, literally pivoting and changing with me.
This is what we found when we started creating our first product. We wanted to over-deliver, which is a very dangerous word, because we think by over-delivering, we show our clients, our customers, that we'll go the extra mile for them. But what it really means, when we set up a membership that has one call a week, every week forever, then it has one new program every month forever. Or maybe when we create programs that are cohorts, where you just make them pay once and you give them support forever. Which we've done all of this stuff, and it backfired so much, because guess what? You cannot sustain that growth, that overpromise, without the commitment on the other side. So you get depleted, and the attention of your audience or your clients fades off. And I see this happening over and over again. People creating these amazing products that have great value, but they're overstuffed and they're not sustainable. So I decided this month to give you a challenge for everybody that has got an offer that you know it's a great offer, but it's heavy and you are struggling to sell it because your body doesn't want you to, because it doesn't want you to struggle as much. You're afraid of burning out, and I know exactly how that feels. Only for this month, we wanted to do a Align 10K offer where we work together for 2 days and rebuild an aligned offer that you are happy and excited to launch in the next 2 days in the way that feels energizing and is highly profitable. This is what we usually do with our one-on-one clients over 4 months. But I said, you know what? This if you remove the 80% that it's marginal, still important but marginal, you can whip up an offer and launch it next week rather than waiting 4 months. If you are ready to do that because you're tired of overthinking and over delivering, I'm inviting you to check the link in the description below, because this is only happening in July. And I am the first one that loves geeking out on somebody else's business. I am the master of priority, and you are the master of energy, the queen of energy. This is why we work well together, because when we are together, I can see how to connect the dots, and you can see how the heart from the other side of the screen feels about the dots. And so that we can place the elements in the way that they align with brain and heart, so that an offer can be incredibly profitable with the right amount of delivery, with the right amount of value added to the person. And I would just want to do it in 2 days, because I can't wait 4 months for it.
Come on, it's a 48-hour challenge, and you can do it with us. We'll be there for you.
It's going to be like 3 hours.
With you.
3 hours over, like 2 calls of 3 hours in 2 days. It's not like we're doing a 48 hours marathon, which is...
But it's a challenge, because we don't want you to overthink it. We want you to actually send it out. So you don't have to think about it too much. No complicated funnel, something easy, something to test and see. Because before you actually put all that energy into creating and the bits and the bobs and overthinking and then go, oh my gosh, is it going to be all right? Is it not? Am I missing something? Just get it over and done with it. We've been there, and we want to help you get over and done with it. So hit us with your best. Comment down below or check the link in the description box below. We'll go from there. I'm challenging you. Only for the month of July. Come on, come on, come on. We can do this together.
We have done this a million times. At the beginning, the reason why I wanted to do this is because one time a few years ago, we spent more than a year building a product that we thought was going to crush and being amazing. And it was, the content was, but it kind of bombed 1 year in, and that offer made only $30,000, which might sound like a lot to you, but for the amount of work that we put in, it was nothing. From that point on, we started selling the offer first and building it as we went. It always worked really well for us, and I know we can do this in just 2 days. If you, of course, if you are a beginner, if you haven't built anything, this is not going to work. But if you already have assets, if you already have courses and resources, and you just want to tweak and change an offer that feels good in your bones and in your soul, that is also profitable, this is the point of this challenge. Okay, I think we've gone on forever about this, but I'm super excited about it.
And by the way, if you're looking for anything in specific about content creation, how to create high-ticket communities, or how to engage with your community, or emails, I love writing emails. Let me know what you'd like to know, and we'll be more than happy to share what we've done and what worked for us very soon in the next video. So leave us a comment. We'll be waiting. Mwah. Ciao.
Ciao.